Full name and how you say it and how you spell it.
Sure. It's Amy Lappos, Amylappos.
All right. So I guess first tell me what the event was that you were at and what
Sure.
you were going through.
So I worked as a congressional aide, and I had the opportunity to volunteer at a fundraiser. And I'm 90% sure the fundraiser was for Malloy. And this was in 2009, and it was at a house in Greenwich, very nice house in Greenwich. And the event was held outside, and I, along with some other staff and volunteers, was inside, and we got to listen through the door as the vice president talked. And then he was leaving. He cut through the kitchen to go from the outdoor area to the garage where his motorcade was. And as he was coming through the kitchen, someone mentioned that we were the volunteers for the congressman, and some of us were his staffers. And he said, "Oh, he stopped to talk to us to tell us how great congressional staff is," and that was awesome. We were really excited. And I have some pictures. We did some pictures, and it was just, he was telling us about his staff, something about, I think he had staff for 17 years or something like that, and that they really helped make him who he is. And then he reached over and put his hands behind my head and pulled me close, and I thought, he's going to kiss me. And he was still pulling me in, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I think he is actually going to kiss me." And he started rubbing noses with me, and he was still holding onto my face and rubbing noses, and then stopped. And he was talking. Someone asked me today what he said. I don't remember. I just remember thinking, is he going to kiss me? Like, what's going on? This is the vice president. And that was it. But it was, awkward, to say the least.
How did you feel after?
Well, honestly, I felt weird. But everyone kept saying how lucky I was. So I felt like maybe I was supposed to feel lucky. So then I felt maybe like I was lucky. But as I got older, because this was almost 10 years ago. This was 10 years ago. As I got older and became more educated about my right to keep people out of my space, my right to say no, it wasn't sexual, I don't think, but it was incredibly uncomfortable. And it was not how he greeted the congressman. So I always knew that happened. Part of my repertoire has been to joke around that the vice president tried to make out with me, but it's really not funny. And then when Lucy Flores came forward, her story, I read her story, and that's exactly how I felt, the way that she described in her article. And I'm in a bunch of different women's Facebook groups, Democratic women, and I'm watching them tear her apart, and I'm thinking, aren't we the progressive, party? Don't we support women when they come forward? And I just feel like there is a free pass for white male Democratic men.
No, say it. Yeah, you feel it's a free pass.
A free pass for Democratic white males that Democratic white females give. And I'm not sure why. And I feel like I heard things about comparing, what he did to Lucy to what Trump has done. Well, that's not where we should be setting the bar. As a progressive party, we need to set the bar where the bar needs to be. And that is that men respect the personal space of women. And if we can't get that from someone that we're going to put on our Democratic ticket, then we are not the progressive party that we're pretending to be.
Wow. And that's why you're coming out. You're coming forward because you know what? Like you said, it was a joke for a long time, but you realize this is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
It needs to be told now so that... What would you like to see happen?
What I want to see happen is I would like to see the men that are so dedicated to women and so dedicated to women's issues put their money where their mouth is and actually make room and get behind one of the strong female candidates that we have running now.
Should he be allowed to run for office, do you think? Or do you think you just want people to know what they're voting for, right?
I think...
Or do you think it was a different time and different place? I mean, people make all these kind of excuses.
Yeah. I think that he needs to... I think the way that he can show that he is really dedicated to women is to stand behind one of the strong women that are running now, and not throw his hat in the ring. And same with the other guys. We have lots of white males that are running that have no policy and do not have winning records. We have strong women that are running. I think it's really important for those candidates to get behind them.
Did you see his statement?
About me?
No.
Oh.
We tried to get one. We'll get one, I'm sure. But for now, I just said, in many years of campaign trail, what did you think of his statement?
He used the word affection, right? He uses the word affection in there. That's disgusting. Who wants affection in the workplace? Right? He uses the word affection.
I'm just looking at it right now. See,
I'm an affectionate man or something.
Express affection, support, and comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you think of his statement?
I think that his statement I was pretty grossed out by his statement. I was actually more offended by his statement than what he did, because I feel like that is A, not accepting any responsibility. B, we all know that he does that. I mean, it's not, I mean, there's memes everywhere. There's GIFs everywhere, GIFs or GIFs or whatever, everywhere of the way that he handles women, the way that he approaches women, the way that he touches women. And that is not accepting responsibility. That is not supportive of women.